If you clicked on this video, you probably don't want to waste another summer of your life endlessly doom scrolling on social media. You want to be productive, work on your goals, but also have some fun, go to the beach, and eat overpriced ice cream. If this is your goal, then you're in luck, because I've created the ultimate summer blueprint that will transform your summer from meh to these were the best 4 months of my life. Anyway, let's start with the first part, which is setting your goals. If you've got a lot of free time this summer, you might be tempted to do everything your brain throws at you. I'm going to learn to play the piano, start a business, add cardio on top of my weightlifting sessions, become a certified scuba diver, and maybe build a treehouse too. Yeah. No, you're not. You know how this story goes. The first couple of days you'll be on fire, then you'll start slacking, and before you know it, you're back to doom scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m. Instead, here's a better approach. I want you to pick 3 things to focus on this summer. The first thing should be your main priority. This is the thing that, if you commit to it for the next few months, would make the biggest improvement in your life. It could be starting a business, hitting the gym, making some friends. The other 2 are your side quests. Think of them as bonus objectives, things you'd like to accomplish, but you won't beat yourself up if you don't. They'll make your summer cooler, but you won't beat yourself up if you don't accomplish them. First, let me give you 3 things from which you can choose your main goal and a couple of others that can be your secondary. The first main goal is improving your social skills, and I think this is the best option for most of you. There's no better time to get better at talking to people than in the summer. Everyone's outside, people are in a good mood, there are more parties, beach days, festivals, and random hangouts. And since you are watching this video, I'm going to assume that you are not exactly a social butterfly. So here are 3 psychology hacks to make people like you. 1. People like to talk about themselves. Lady Randolph Churchill, Winston Churchill's mother, once said after dining with 2 famous British politicians, "When I left the dining room after sitting next to William Gladstone, I thought he was the cleverest man in England. But after sitting next to Benjamin Disraeli, I thought I was the cleverest woman in England." Most of us make a crucial mistake when talking to others. We try to impress everyone we meet, brag about how smart, successful, and special we are, but the key is not to focus on ourselves. The key is to focus on the other person. Ask more questions, listen more, make the other person feel like they are at the center of the universe. But what if I don't give a fuck about the other person? Well, first of all, you are a bad person. Second, don't think of it like, oh, I'm going to suck up to you so you like me more. Instead, realize that every person has an amazing story or a lesson that they want to share. Perhaps that person at the bar counter is a guy who failed 3 businesses and can tell you exactly what not to do. Or maybe that girl has been to 6 countries you've never even heard of. Maybe the shy Discord mod-looking guy in the corner slept with 1,000 girls. The point is to get curious and learn something new. You can learn as much from someone you meet as you can from the weird YouTube videos where a stick man is telling you to get out more and talk to people. Psychological trick number 2. Give good compliments. Most people, including you, give out shit compliments. Oh, you have really nice shoes. The secret to giving out good compliments, and this might sound a bit manipulative, is to compliment someone on something that they are insecure about. If someone has been playing guitar for 10 years and you, a person who doesn't even know what a pick is, compliment them, they will respond with, well, you don't know anything about playing a guitar, and I've heard this thing a million times, but thanks. If someone just started playing and you tell them that they are good, they will be like, wow, you are so nice. Want to be my friend? Thanks. The more you analyze people, the quicker you can pick up on what that perfect compliment might be. For example, if you see an attractive girl who is constantly complimented by guys on how good looking she is, you could try something like, hey, I know we only spoke for 5 minutes, but based on what you said, you seem really emotionally intelligent. Wow, this guy is not like the others. All the other guys only see me as a piece of meat, but this one understands that I'm a smart person. I think I'm in love. Now you might be thinking, there is no shot I'm going to be able to approach a hot girl, talk to her for 5 minutes without breaking eye contact, and give her a compliment. And you'd be absolutely right, so here is a little borderline illegal tip. There is this little thing called propranolol. Propranolol is a beta blocker that can help you manage your social anxiety. If you take it 30 to 60 minutes before a stressful event, it can quiet your monkey mind that's telling you not to talk to people. So if you go to your doctor and explain that you've got, let's say, a big speech coming up and could use some help with social anxiety, he might prescribe you a one-off dose of propranolol. To end things here is the easiest but also one of the most effective communication tricks used by Chris Voss, a former FBI hostage negotiator. This method is called mirroring, but not that weird body language copycat nonsense, where if they scratch their chin, you scratch yours too, like some kind of malfunctioning sim. This is what you do instead. When you're in a conversation and someone says something, you just casually repeat the last 1 to 3 words they said. That's it. You don't need to overthink it, and you don't need to be clever. Just throw those words back at them with a slight upward tone, like it's a question. Example, them. Yeah man, work's been rough lately. You. Rough lately? And watch what happens. They'll instantly elaborate, explain themselves, or open up even more. It's like a cheat code for getting people to talk. And here's the magic part. They won't even realize you're doing it. It works for 2 reasons. People love talking about themselves, as we discussed before. When you mirror, it makes them feel like you get them, like you're actually paying attention. This one is especially effective in a loud place where you can't hear someone half the time, or if you heard what they said but don't understand it. If someone said something you didn't understand, instead of asking them to repeat themselves, which makes it sound like you weren't paying attention, you simply repeat the last couple of words. Them. Yeah, I've been trying to get into cold water immersion therapy lately. You. Cold water immersion? Them. Yeah, like ice baths and cold showers. It's supposed to help with stress and recovery. And bonus, it buys you time. If someone says something that catches you off guard and your brain short circuits, just mirror their last couple of words while your neurons reboot. Example. Them. Yeah, I've been thinking about finding a goth mommy. You. Stalling for time. Finding a goth mommy. Now they're off to the races, explaining why, how, and when, and you look like a great listener while secretly thinking to yourself, now that I think about it, not a bad idea. Do this a few times and people will literally walk away from the convo thinking you're one of the most interesting, engaging people they've met, even though you barely said anything. Okay, that's 3 tips to get your social game on point. Now for the second best thing you can focus on this summer. Summer is perfect for getting in the best shape of your life, so here is 1 beginner, 1 intermediate, and 1 advanced tip for improving your physical look and performance. Before I tell you the tip, if you are someone who hates going to the gym, I made a full video on how to brainwash yourself to love working out. Here is a summed up version of that. The way you get addicted to something is by experiencing a lot of pleasure immediately after you do that thing. For example, if you smoke, the second you take a puff, you immediately feel great. If you watch naughty videos on the internet, the moment you start watching one, your brain gets flooded with all sorts of feel-good chemicals. The problem with working out is that in the moment, it sucks and is only good for us in the long run. So we need to find a way to make working out feel good in the moment. The best way would be to find some sport that you like. But if that is not an option, here are some hacks that helped me. Listen to music. It's motivating, and you forget about how boring lifting heavy things and putting them down is. Take some pre-workout or drink some coffee. Not only does it help with performance, but it also releases dopamine, which makes working out feel good. Get a pump. If you are relatively lean, sub 20% body fat, and you combine that with a bit of salt before you work out, you will get an amazing pump. If you never had a pump, it's like the manifestation of your future self looking you dead in the eyes. Trust me, there is nothing more motivating than that. Once you get your mindset right, here is what you should focus on as a beginner. Your goal is to move your body daily. That's it. Studies show that even 150 minutes of moderate activity per week, that's like a 20-minute walk per day, can dramatically lower your risk for heart disease, anxiety, and depression. Some easy, proven ways to start. Go for a walk after dinner. Not only does this help digestion, but research shows it helps stabilize blood sugar levels and improves sleep. Do push-ups, pull-ups, and bodyweight squats at home. Start with 3 sets to failure. Track your numbers. Seeing yourself go from 5 to 20 reps is addictively motivating. Join a class or a sports league. Humans are tribal creatures. We stick to habits better in groups. A study from the Journal of Social Sciences found that people who exercised in groups pushed themselves harder and stuck with it longer. Okay, if you've already been lifting or training somewhat consistently, it's time to plug a few gaps. Add cardio and mobility. No, it won't kill your gains. In fact, it improves them. A 2012 meta-analysis found that adding 2 to 3 sessions of moderate intensity cardio actually improves recovery and work capacity for lifters, so you can train harder more often. Easy options. Zone 2, cardio, 120 to 140 beats per minute. Think a fast-paced walk, a light jog, or cycling while you can still hold a conversation. Do this for 30 to 40 minutes, 2 to 3 times per week. I started doing 30 minutes on a stationary bike daily. I can honestly say that it has greatly improved my life. First of all, I don't even notice that I'm doing it. I just pop on a YouTube video, ride for half an hour, and that's it. It's like an easy life hack. Plus, you can get one of these stationary bikes for under $100, and if you use them for light cardio, it will last you years. Yoga or mobility work once a week. Improves joint health, posture, and lowers injury risk. Studies show regular flexibility training can boost strength output by improving your range of motion in compound lifts like squats and deadlifts. If you're already consistent, lifting heavy, and eating clean, summer's the time to dial things in for a glow-up. Track everything. Use a progressive overload plan. Every week, either increase your weight, reps, or total volume. Log your workouts. Don't eyeball it. Studies show people who track their workouts make 25 to 30% more consistent strength gains over time. Fine-tune nutrition. Increase protein intake. 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight has been shown in dozens of trials to maximize muscle gain while reducing fat. Drink more water. Summer heat equals more sweat. Dehydration drops performance by up to 30%. Aim for 3 to 4 liters daily if you're active in the sun. Incorporate heat acclimation. Train outside a few times per week. Studies from the Journal of Applied Physiology found that heat-adapted athletes had better cardiovascular performance, higher plasma volume, and increased VO2 max compared to those training indoors. Don't skip cardio. Yes, even advanced lifters. Sprint intervals, 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off, x 8 to 10 rounds. Improve insulin sensitivity, conditioning, and recovery capacity. Keep sleep sacred. As summer social life ramps up, protect your recovery. Use blue light glasses at night, avoid caffeine past 3 p.m., and remember, one bad night of sleep can reduce testosterone by up to 15% the next day. Pro tip: magnesium glycinate before bed improves sleep quality and reduces muscle cramps. And if you have any sleep problems, taking ashwagandha for 2 weeks did wonders for me. Just make sure you take a break here and there because it causes something known as anhedonia. If you are not working somewhere this summer, you might want to consider making some side hustle money, and the best way to go about it is to learn a valuable skill. And no, I'm not talking about selling your plasma or signing up for one of those DM me to join my business opportunity pyramid schemes. I'm talking about a real skill, a skill people pay for, a skill that, if you get even kinda decent at it, will make you money for the rest of your life. You don't need a degree, you don't need rich parents, you don't need to be a genius. You just need Wi-Fi, some free time, and the ability not to quit after 2 days. Here's your hit list. Pick one. Copywriting. Learning how to write words that make people buy things is an actual cheat code. Every brand, influencer, and business needs it. And guess what? Most people suck at it. Video editing. Every content creator and small business wants video content right now. If you can cut clips, add subtitles, and make it not look like trash, you're valuable. Basic coding. No, you don't have to build the next Facebook, but you can absolutely charge a local gym or cafe $500 to make them a simple landing page. Canva exists. If you have an ounce of taste and can figure out what looks good, you're already ahead of half the internet. Once you choose which one of these 3 things you're going to be focusing on this summer, it's a good idea to pick up a side quest or 2. There's only so much time you can spend working on your business, lifting weights, or going to parties, and if you don't fill the gaps with something fun or useful, you'll just end up gooning. So here are 5 that I would recommend. Go on a trip. Take some of those new out-of-the-box friends you made and go somewhere. You don't need to book a 2-week stay in the Bahamas. Take one afternoon off and go to the beach or a lake. Go for a bike ride somewhere fun. The point isn't the place, it's to get out of your usual routine, see some new faces, and collect stories you'll actually remember. Learn to play an instrument. If you buy a cheap guitar and spend 3 months learning the basic chords, by the end of the summer, you will be able to play any song you want. Having the ability to play a guitar is not only fun, but also extremely beneficial in social situations. You instantly go from a guy no one cares about or remembers to a guy who is at the center of attention. Learn to cook. This is more because of the fact that you are going to end up broke if you keep eating out all the time. At least learn to make 3 meals that aren't eggs, pasta, or toast. Basic stuff you can invite someone over for without embarrassing yourself. It's a life skill. Cooking is one of those things you'll be doing forever, so you might as well get decent at it now. Start journaling. It's easy, it's good for your mental health, and I made a video about it, so it's a win-win for both of us. Learn a practical skill. I'm talking things like car maintenance, basic plumbing, and building a nether portal. Something useful. It could be how to change a tire, sharpen a knife, fix a dripping sink, or even how to iron a shirt properly. Just go ask your dad to show you something, or if you don't have one, it's not a problem. Dad's character is one of the most common ones in the world. There are probably hundreds of dads in your street. Just stop one, put a bag over his head, bring him to your basement, and calmly explain that you need help with fixing your tire. It really is that simple, and if you like simple life advice, you should consider subscribing. It's free and helps me a lot. Keep learning, keep improving, and I will see you in the next one.